αιώνας των αιώνων. Αμήν. Παναγία Τριάς, ελέησον ημάς, Κύριε, ημάς δι' τες αμαρτίας ημών, δέσποτα συγχώρησον τες ανομίας ημίν. Άγιε επίσκεψε και ίασε τας ασθενείας ημών, ένεκεν του ονοματός σου, Κύριε ελέησον, Κύριε ελέησον, Κύριε ελέησον. Δόξα Πατρί και Υιό και Αγίο Πνεύματι και νύχια ή και εις τους αιώνας των αιώνων. Αμήν. Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, now and forever and to the ages of ages.
Πνευμάτων δικαίων και τελειωμένων, την ψυχήν του δούλου σου σώτεραν άπαυσον, ηλάτων αυτήν εις την μακαρίαν ζωή την παρασύ φιλάνθρωπε. In your place of rest, O Lord, where all your saints repose, give rest also to the soul of your servant, for you alone.
Yesterday was my nephew John Peter's funeral. I had expected the day to be heartbreaking. And while there definitely were moments that were, when his two sweet yayas said their final goodbyes, and when Vanjie lovingly brushed his hair for the last time before they closed the casket, there were many more moments that were a celebration of his life, and that reminded me that his short and solitary life was very full of joy and love. I was encouraged when my brother, Father Peter, talked about how John Peter's 17 cousins carry him with them in their hearts wherever they go and whatever they do, because John Peter was always praying for them. I know all of his cousins felt what my children felt, that they wished they could have seen their cousin more, that they wanted more time with him, and that they felt badly that there are so many activities and experiences that they have enjoyed that their sweet cousin could not because of his many physical challenges. I will think of John Peter being with Eli today at his basketball game, and I will think of John Peter at every concert and performance in the coming months and years. I was uplifted by Archbishop Demetrius describing Vanjie and John Peter as examples of faith and love, and encouraging Vanjie to write John Peter's story so that more people can be inspired by him. I was uplifted when Paulette, the administrator to Archbishop Iakovos of blessed memory, shared her dream from 2 nights ago. A dream of Archbishop Iakovos and John Peter playing baseball together, and of John Peter hitting the ball and running strong and tall. I was uplifted by Vanjie's sister Theanne and my brother George's testimonies, which were so much in sync that they seemed to finish each other's sentences. Theanne compared Vanjie's life of loving self-sacrifice to the hermit monks who took up their calling with joy. George, of course, managed to bring a little humor into the day. The most moving part of George's talk was when he spoke about his 2 favorite icons, the Lykofilousa, in which the Panagia lovingly holds Jesus close to her as a baby, and the Apokathilosis, where the Virgin Mary receives her son's body from the cross. Vanjie had the blessing of holding her son both for his first breath in this world and for his last. I was uplifted by the 2 therapists who spoke, who have been his therapists for 10 and 14 years and have spent more time with him than anyone other than Father Peter and Vanjie, who talked about how much they have learned from John Peter and how they have been impacted by his life. I was uplifted when, at the end of the evening at Father Peter and Vanjie's house, his Nuno sang a song he had written. Dr. Peter put to music the poem that John Peter's Nuna had written when John Peter was 6 years old and was in the hospital after suffering from a series of seizures that would change the course of his life. But most of all, I was uplifted when Vanjie's sister Nikki shared a beautiful moment that sums up the unconditional love and thankfulness Father Peter and Vanjie have always felt for John Peter. She remembers getting a phone call from Vanjie the day John Peter was born. Vanjie asked her to sit down and then said, "Our son was born today. He weighs 3 pounds 1 ounce, and he is everything we ever wanted or hoped he would be." In the morning, when I was getting dressed for the funeral, I overheard a conversation between Eli and Gracie. Gracie had said that funerals are sad. Eli responded, "No, they're not. Death is sad. Funerals make you feel better. You spend time with your friends. You bury your friend. You share your sadness, and you feel better." Well said, Eli.